Do you think mathematics is important?
I'd say so. Learning how to calculate numbers is very important, and many academic subjects like physics are related to mathematics.
Are girls generally good at mathematics?
It really depends on someone's capability, I think. Most girls around me are quite good at maths, but generally, girls are better at language or art subjects.
When did you start learning math?
I think when I was around 7 years old, after I started studying at primary school. I remember I learned about adding and subtracting numbers for the first time.
Do you like to use a calculator?
Yes, of course. I find it really difficult when I have to calculate something in my head. It's easier and handier to use calculators all the time for me.
I'd like to talk about one of my friends, Paul. He is British and speaks various languages, including Japanese, Chinese, Korean, and some European languages like French and German. At the moment, he is keen on learning Japanese, and I see him practicing Japanese almost every day at work. A few months ago, he was only a beginner, but now he can speak proper sentences. Although I can't understand what he is saying in Japanese, one of my colleagues who helps him practice Japanese always mentions that he is great. I think that he can speak a second language well because he practices a lot. Whenever he has some time, he practices speaking or studies grammar of a certain language. When I asked him how much time he spends on practicing, he said he spends around 5 or 6 hours a day. I really think he's amazing. Also, he is very interested in learning foreign languages. Sometimes, I feel that he is naturally talented in languages. Whenever he starts learning a new language, I see him speaking quite fluently in about 2 weeks. I respect him how he puts efforts into learning, and I get motivated by seeing him studying.
Do many people in your country learn a foreign language?
Yes, definitely. English is the most popular one among Korean people, but they learn some other languages like Japanese, Chinese, and so on. Many people tend to learn foreign languages nowadays.
Can you explain why people learn foreign languages?
In my opinion, people learn foreign languages in order to emigrate or study in different countries. For example, more Korean people tend to learn English in order to study or work abroad. Otherwise, they learn a second language for business purposes or for their own interests in a particular culture.
Do you think it's really important to study a foreign language?
I really think so, as the world is more globalized nowadays. There are more chances to meet and communicate with other countries' people or experience other cultures these days. If people learn a foreign language, they will be able to make foreign friends and learn something new.
Which do you think is more important, learning to speak a language or learning to write it?
I think speaking. Of course, being able to write in a foreign language is also significant, but I think speaking is one of the most effective ways of communication. People can express their feelings or thoughts directly by speaking, and learning to speak a language will be more beneficial when it comes to traveling to other countries.
What age do you think is better for a person to begin to learn a new language?
Maybe around 6 or 7 years old, I believe. I personally think children shouldn't start learning different languages until they reach the age of 6 or 7, as they can easily get mixed up with all the new information.
Some people say that primary school is the best time to start learning a new language. Do you agree?
Yes, I absolutely agree. Some people say children should start learning new languages as early as they can, but I think nursery children should learn their own language first, and then start to learn a new language when they go into primary school. They are still capable of learning new knowledge quickly.